Hello, you.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Ed. Welcome back to Real Thrills.
Your home for everything to do with films
and theme parks. And today, on today's Sofa Sessions, yes, the series is back again.
Yeah.
Here we go. And we're discussing Stranger Things Season 5 today.
Yeah.
Because it's finally finished.
Yes.
We stayed up till 3 AM for this. So
Yeah,
we did blood, sweat and tears on this one.
We're very tired, yes.
We was for this, because it was exhausting.
By the time it was over, yeah.
Not saying, well, you understand when you've seen this review, so...
We're going to, before the review begins, we're going to cover all spoilers. This is going to be a completely spoiler review. So if you've not seen Stranger Things, or have not yet seen all of Season 5...
Don't watch this video.
Don't watch this video.
But most of you would have definitely seen it by now, otherwise you wouldn't have watched this video.
Absolutely. So
spoilers ahead, we're going.
Yeah.
So
we move.
We're going to start with positives first for us in this season. And to clear the air here, for the first bit, one major positive I have, the soundtrack, again.
Yeah.
Like with every season of the 80s, it bangs.
Yeah, by Michael Stein and Carl Dixon.
They choose some 80s classics, like for the finale they went with Prince, that was a good choice.
Yeah, very good.
Of course the Upside Down song, which makes sense.
I mean, that was quite a fun twist on it, really.
Yeah. And yeah,
you know, I mean,
just the score in general worked really well in this TV show, but it always has.
It always has been, it's always been consistent.
And it's, that's one of the strong positives here.
Which is great. Another positive that I have, I really like the upside down wormhole thing.
Yeah, it works really well. And
like
you know what? Dimension
really
X looks really cool. And obviously it ties into the play as well, if you know about the play.
Yeah, I've heard of the play, never seen it.
That's when Dimension X comes from originally.
Okay,
so they tie it into the musical play. So that makes sense why we've got this here, and it works quite well. Some of the stuff they actually did with Henry / Vecna was actually quite good in the early volume. I think we quite like that.
I think
it got a bit weker, didn't it?
Yeah, as the season went on, it got weaker. But Henry at the start of like in volume 1 of the season, because for some reason Netflix broke this up into 3 volumes,
which hurt this season.
Yeah, it really did. Right, but in the first volume, Vecna wasn't really seen, and I feel like that was one of. And they
aced his entrance when he showed up in episode 4. I was so hyped when he showed up. That was so cool.
Yes,
it was like a Vader Rogue One scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Like when he comes down when Vader comes down that thing and slices up all the rebels. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Vecna killing all the soldiers instead. It was cool. Some really other good parts, I think, is Dustin. He's good in this season.
He's quite good, yes.
Another cool character. His dynamic with Steve, them two are always great. And they had a good emotional moment in Volume 2 when they actually made up.
They also had a bit of a fight as well, which was
I mean, you need to have tension, I suppose, to build the drama. And
I really, I got with why they were fighting.
Oh yeah, because it's like, why are you not mourning Eddie? Why is it just me who's doing this? And it was like, he's the only one that actually cares about Eddie in the entire season 5, and no one else seems to really care or acknowledge Eddie, which is a shame, but...
Yeah, it's quite a shame. I mean, the best episode of the season for us is episode 4.
Episode 4 is definitely...
Sorcerer,
that was so good.
That was the highest point of the season.
That was my favourite episode for sure. I mean, the whole probably of Volume 1 is pretty good. I don't mind what they did with some of the stuff, but... We'll get into the negatives later. But yeah, what else positive could you say that's quite good?
I mean, to be honest, I quite liked. I mean, she was probably the most. She was probably the most used character out of all of them. But I quite like the dynamic of Holly when she got trapped by Vecna in the weird.
Oh, you mean her and Max? Yeah, that was cool.
Her and Max
and
Derek as well.
Oh yeah, Derek's funny. He's a good new character in this show. Yeah. There is too many side characters, but again, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
But out of all the new characters, Holly and Derek are the best. Yeah, they're the best characters. They're the
best new ones.
I mean, it's fine that Holly took her front seat. She was actually quite a good character, and she had stuff to do, and she wasn't running around.
I'd say she was probably the main character of this entire season.
She actually was, wasn't she? It was all about her, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I liked Hopper for what he had. He didn't really do much this season, but Hopper was all right. Yeah. Same with Joyce. Again, I feel like most of the main characters okay, if we want to talk about the finale here, with the positives for the finale, some of the stuff they wrap up for the final characters is quite nice.
Yeah,
and
it's quite
like,
good.
Like when they wrap up Hopper and Joyce's story and he proposes and they go to
like,
the place he promised to go to, that's good.
Like,
and
that was very good.
I also liked, I don't really know what was going on at the first, but then they graduated and then Dustin does he's like, yeah screw this.
Lives.
That was so cool.
That was good.
And Dustin being Dustin, and then, yeah, that was good. Like, there are parts of the finale I do like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like there was a part early on. There was a part early on in the finale that I quite liked.
Was that the
And that's just the bit where actually it wasn't early on in it wasn't early on in the finale. I'd say it was about halfway through. Where Murray blows up that helicopter and
was quite cool.
8 dies.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
Like, no word of a lie, the fan base is going to feel really happy knowing that Carly,
is past. Yeah.
Number 8. Yeah, like they killed her off permanently because I don't think anybody likes season 2, episode 7.
No, and then the fact she come back and it's kind of with nothing to do as well. It's not like she was like, oh, she's here, but she had actually nothing to do. She just kind of
basically was just added back on and was given absolutely nothing for like a few episodes, and then she dies. And I was like, do you know what? I tell you what, right? They didn't do so many deaths, which I'll get to that in the negative section, but I think the way that they handled Carly dying, I thought, oh, that's just bloody fantastic. You know, I like the fact that that Hopper just didn't care.
And the lack of the Mind Flayer in this season, still the Mind Flayer final form we got to see.
Yeah,
the design was cool. The design was cool, but in execution we'll talk about. But yeah, the design was very cool. The fight between Eleven and Vecna, it was decent, I suppose. It was just a bunch of like force.
Quick.
It was a bunch of force pushes, but it was okay. The soundtrack again, it was slapping.
It was slapping as well.
But yeah,
I think that's all for the positives. I think.
The overall, like, for the it's just
I'd say most of the positives come out of the first volume.
The second volume
the first volume is great. The second volume is
the weakest.
I think this is where I'm going to use the typical phrase again, everybody, where the train derails off a cliff.
Yeah, because it does.
Because I tell you what, right? We'll get into the negatives now. So do you want to do your first negatives?
So we're going to go do the negatives now. We won't do the mixed aspect for this because it doesn't really work because you guys have all seen it and it's a TV show. It's not film. So negatives, there is a balance between the positives and negatives. So this makes this season overall mid.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's a very mid-season.
So basically, one of the major negatives is the plot armor issue. I have a big problem with this.
I mean, the creators literally came out and stated that every single character has 0 plot armor. And I think as soon as we got into the episodes, we knew that was a lie.
I mean, Volume 1, it's fine. It's like, we'll play it safe, we'll give them a chance for Volume 2. But then they did a bunch of fake-out deaths for pretty much every main character.
Yeah, and then just nothing.
And nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing
and then
comes of it.
By the finale, like when Steve is about to fall off the tower, you're like, he's not going to, because it's like, you're not going to take that risk, are you? Because it's going to, it's cut to black now. No, he's going to get saved. It's like, oh, God. Either you don't bother putting them in these situations then.
Yeah, don't put serious characters in the firing line.
If you're not going to kill them.
If you're not going to kill them.
Or injure them.
It just makes it so predictable.
I mean, we might as the big problem.
Vecna was disappointing.
I mean, Vecna just in the second volume, yes, and the finale, yes.
Yes, first volume when he turns up,
that's
and
awesome.
Every scene that he's in, he's great.
As Henry, but it's like.
And I like the twist that, you know, it was him, like when Cameron revealed who Mr. What's-It was. I thought that reveal at the end of episode, 2 was it?
Yeah, it was quite good.
Yeah, that was quite good. But
in the finale, they waste him.
Volume 2 and the finale, and I tell you what, they butchered the absolute living fuck out of him. They
could have done so much more with Vecna, and then the fight when he just dies, it's so underwhelming. I'm like,
no, like
this is the fight they do. Eleven shoves him into a spike.
This is what they've been building up to for
it's 10 years. 10 years.
Like the whole season, right? And he just gets impaled on a spike and dies, and then Joyce hacks his head off.
I mean, the flashbacks what it shows when Joyce is doing that, fine, that makes sense for her to do that. That was fine, but at least they didn't do the whole, oh, he turns and becomes good. I'm glad they did that.
I'm
and he
glad
was
they
like,
didn't do the redemption arc.
No, he was like, no, I'm staying like this. I was like, okay, fair enough, that's fine.
Yeah, fair dues.
But then they do this weird thing when, obviously, they unleash the Mind Flayer, looks cool, it's there for about 10 seconds, and then it's
there
dead.
For like, I'd say it's there for like probably a max of about a minute of screen time.
It's literally there to be like, holy shit, everyone's like, oh, it's finally returned, and then apparently it can die from shotgun shells
and flames.
And yet the Demogorgons can't die from flames. Makes sense to me.
You know, it just feels like it just feels like they brought it back because they, you know, it's just pandering to fan service. The
Mind Flayer is basically wasted in this entire season, just there to show up as a convenience.
It shows up for like a minute.
And another thing in the finale, there's no Demogorgons, there's no Demodogs, there's no Demobats.
There's no threat.
No, whereas the threats, they're just walking through, so they can walk through Dimension X with nothing happening.
Yeah, it's like it's just a bland set, like they just stole a Tatooine set from Star Wars and
they're just basically walking in a green screen room, aren't they?
I mean, spoilers, they say Eleven dies, she doesn't.
Well, this is the problem. It's up to its interpretation with this one. They're like, this is Mike's theory she could be alive, and they show her being alive, but we don't actually know if it's confirmed or not. They just kind of alluded to it, and I'm like, well, this doesn't answer the question. You can't leave it open-ended.
I mean,
it felt like it was finished in the first hour.
Yeah.
Because Vecna's defeated, and
Vecna's defeated in the first hour.
And they celebrate, and then they come back, and then all of a sudden, oh no, we've got to do the military plot now. Also, that just randomly gets dropped. Dr. K just disappears. I'm like, and then it cuts to 18 months later. Why 18 months?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, I will say this, another negative that I have with this show is that when the military show up, they are basically fucking useless.
I mean, they're just there to be cannon fodder.
Yeah, they are. They are literally there so that the Demogorgons can just eat them up. Chomp chomp.
It's bad.
It's so bad and it's so obvious. I mean, Linda Hamilton as Dr. K, she was okay in some episodes, unbearable in others.
I mean, she doesn't really do anything in the finale, does she?
Do you know, the most Dr. K does in the finale is just walk around. Similar to what Vecna does to the children when they're escaping. He just walks after them. He doesn't like run after them when, you know, it was seen like earlier in the season that he can run pretty bloody quick.
So it's like,
why are you walking? You know, like, what's going on here? Like, no, like, hate to any of the cast or the crew, but this season you could have done a lot better.
I mean, it's one of the worst seasons I think of this show. It's down there with season 2. That's how bad it is.
That's how bad we're talking.
I mean, it's not bad TV show. It's not a bad season. It's just from the quality they delivered with the 3rd, the 4th, and the 1st season, which is like really high quality. Yeah. The quality just dips so much.
For season 2 and 5.
And as we were talking earlier, splitting it up into 3 parts really hurt this bloody season.
Hurt it.
They could have literally just done volume 1 and 2 and the finale, and I think that would have been fine.
It would have been a lot better, in my opinion, if they just did what they did with season 4, where they did episodes 1 to 7.
Yeah.
And then did the finale like at Christmas or something.
In episode, what is it, 6?
6.
There's a scene with Jonathan and Nancy where it's a breakup scene. Okay, fine. Yeah. It's just the writing for it could have been so much better. And the fact that Duffer Brothers, after the volume had come out, had to state that it was a breakup scene.
Just shows how crap the writing was for that scene.
It was just bad.
Because, like, he says that, will you not marry me?
I thought that was just an inside joke to them.
I'm like, but he's not technically saying, will you break up with me? Or I'm breaking up with you. Or that sort of shit. He's just going, will you not marry me? It's like, what?
This is what we're doing now?
It just doesn't structurally make any sense. Especially when they're sitting on a table that's surrounded by goop, and then apparently that table is fine.
Also, it just conveniently just stops and solidifies because, oh no, they can't die.
Armor.
Yeah, that was when it started. Again. But the worst episode of the season, and I think a lot of people are going to say this,
is episode 7.
Is the bridge.
I predicted that they weren't going to kill anyone, they were just going to kill Vecna.
Pretty much correct.
and they're pretty much dead.
I mean, the only other person they really killed was Carly, wasn't it? And that was it.
Yeah, but again, at that point, we didn't know Carly was in it.
And then she just kind of showed up, pissed everyone off, and then went and died.
Yeah,
It was
and
like,
then she died by getting shot in the stomach.
it's like, I don't think her character needed to be here. She didn't add anything, and which sucks because they could have actually done some big things there. But no, she's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now, brother. I've been shot. I've been shot now. That's it. At the end of it, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All the main characters are sidelined, especially Mike. He doesn't do anything really. He only does something in the first episode and the last episode. The rest of it, he's just there. And all the side characters take the main stage, like his sister. And Vicky takes a main role. And the teacher. And you think, why? We haven't got time for this.
Like, they even brought Karen Wheeler in as a proper main character, and it was just like...
They could have killed the parents, I'm sorry.
Yeah, why? Like, there were so many attempts in this season where they could have killed someone off and they just didn't have the balls. And I'm sorry, that's one of the things that's brought this season down, is that it would have made the stakes feel a lot higher if they had had the balls to kill some of them off.
And overall, this season to us is mid.
It's got good bits,
it's got bad bits, but
bad overweighing the good half the time.
But unfortunately, this TV show shouldn't be mid. It's a thing that everyone expects to be amazing, and then here we are. We've just, it was alright. It came out a bit, gone.
It was alright.
Some really stinking episodes in there and some really bad good ones.
This would have structured a lot better if it came out in 2023 or 4.
A couple years after, rather than now. It's a bit too late. And with all that being said, I've been Ed.
I've been Jordan.
And you've been you.
And welcome to 2026 on Real Thrills.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.